Hey everyone, it's the one and only magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I am back at it with another Madden NFL video, whatever you want to call it. And in today's NFL video will be the NFL Week 11 2025 matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. So, a AFC East rivalry going head to head for the second time this season. So, the Buffalo Bills are on a little bit of a nice winning streak after going 0-5. They are going on a 4-game winning streak right now, and the Buffalo doing pretty good right now, winning 4 games in a row. While the New England Patriots, they've slid and they've lost their last 2 in a row. Will the New England Patriots be able to get back on the winning track and back to their winning ways? Go 8-2, or maybe they even slip a third game and drop to 7-3. There's only one way to find out. Let's go to the action. And by the way, I just have to say, I absolutely adore the thumbnail on both sides. I think it looks really, really badass in my opinion. But yeah, I don't have much else to say other than I just want to thank each and every one of you for watching my videos, no matter for how long or for how little you watch my videos, for also not only watching my videos, but also hitting the like button, leaving comments down below, and hitting that subscribe button. It is very much appreciated for all of you doing that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get to the game. And then after the game, I will be back to talk about the final score, and then we're going to recap all of the rest of the games of Week 11. So, I will be right back.
Today, from Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
There's a look at Bill Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because a bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
All right, we are back, and the Patriots have a 3rd down and 8. They are about to cross the 50-yard line. Can they pick up this 1st down? They've been moving since then, but we've gotten a little bit of a halt.
On 3rd down. And the catch made.
Oh, yeah. 3rd down and 7. or 4th down and 7, my mistake. So, yeah, New England's going to be punting it away.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The Patriots.
All right, we got to hope our defense can stand up and not allow any points. As long as our defense does their job, we'll be okay.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. I'm trying to...
First down.
Okay, we are back at it. And as you can see, it is the second quarter. I do apologize for not showing much footage, but as you can see, the game is 0-0. There really hasn't been many plays worthy or what I have felt like that have been worth showing. So here we are closing. We're getting close to the second 2-minute warning in the second quarter. Buffalo has the football with a 3rd down and 7. Can they pick up the 1st down in order to take us to the 2-minute warning? I don't know.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball.
Come on, get him, yeah! Josh Allen is so fucking overrated, dude. Like, he is so overrated to the point where this past season, he didn't have to worry about Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, or Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, and Buffalo still couldn't get anywhere near the Super Bowl. Now, theoretically, Buffalo had their easiest path to the Super Bowl ever, and they still lost in the divisional round, which is fucking hilarious. Josh Allen is not winning a Super Bowl. Not with Buffalo, he's not. So, Buffalo, y'all need to get used to that shit. Okay, we are back at it. And we are beyond the 2-minute warning of the first half, as the New England Patriots are going to get the football back with an opportunity to try to put the first points on the board of this game, as we have a 0-0 ball game. Like I said, beyond the 2-minute warning, and the Patriots have an injury. That's great. So, are we going to be going to a timeout? Injury timeout? Maybe not. I don't know. I guess not. So the Patriots are at the 44-yard line looking for the first points of the game, as it's still 0-0. Oh, got it to Noah Gray. Oh my goodness. What excellent yardage right there, man.
Just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Come on now, this can't be no type of this can't be no type of game like the last game where we was playing against the Miami Dolphins 6-9. Like, I mean, if it has to be, if we can, as long as we can get the W, that's all that will matter. It looks like it's trending that way, based off of the score right now.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And his man complete over the middle.
Okay, nobody's taking any timeouts. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Dallas, uh-oh. Maybe they got tired of losing like 8 or 9 in a row. Uh-oh, they are putting a beat down on Chicago right now.
Second and 4. To throw. Jones. And that will complete to Keene, the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
All right, so I imagine New England's going to take a timeout and then try to kick the field goal to try to go up 3-0 right at the half.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Again, I apologize. There's not much footage of the first half at all, but there just hasn't really been anything I felt like that has been worth showing. Oh! Well, missed it. Wide right. Come on now. We're not Buffalo, damn it. Oh, so we're going into halftime 0-0. Oh, shit.
Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin down in Miami with Baltimore.
All right.
Visit the Hard Rock Stadium.
Damn, 14-14.
They play the second quarter.
Miami's gotten a little bit of confidence from beating us last week. It may be.
Let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead over the visiting.
Wow. Dallas is tired of getting their asses whooped 9 in a row, man.
Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa.
Okay.
It's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes.
Not bad.
Meanwhile, in our game, to call it a defensive battle would be an understatement. 0-0 is our score.
Yeah.
We'll be looking for something in that second half as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second
We will be back for the third quarter. All right, we are back for the third quarter, about a little more than halfway with the third quarter left to go, as the Buffalo Bills will have the football, and as you can see, the score is still 0-0.
For us during this game, try and get back some of those.
So let's see what they got. They got a second down and 2 to work with. So let's see if they can, what they can do here to maybe change the momentum.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They go right.
Oh, got the first down. Oh, plus plenty. But that is enough to get the first down. 500 rushing yards for their running back.
They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. Provide a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Man, Tennessee is really going through it right now against the Texans, despite them only losing 2 games. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow.
14 yards, and the Bills are getting a new set of downs.
Like I've said, and I've said it plenty of times, the Buffalo Bills are like the Green Bay Packers of the AFC. And what I mean by that...
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last
Okay,
drive.
what I mean by that exactly is not Aaron Rodgers, but a great comparison. Josh Allen is like Aaron Rodgers of the AFC. What I mean by that, and the Buffalo Bills are like the Green Bay Packers of the AFC. Sure, they have really good seasons in the regular season and almost win their division every year, but when it comes to the playoffs, they can't do shit. So that's why that great comparison comes in. I literally saw a comment one time. I was scrolling through Facebook. There was a list or something about this guy was predicting who the quarterbacks are going to be for the most passing yards coming up on this season, and somebody said, "Where's the GOAT, the best quarterback ever, Josh Allen at?" Josh Allen is not the best quarterback ever. He can't even get to a fucking Super Bowl. I would argue that Drake May is a hell of a lot better than Josh Allen because it only took Drake May 2 years to get to a Super Bowl. They didn't win, but Drake May can say that he's been to more Super Bowls than Josh Allen. Is that a fact or not? We all know who the best quarterback of the NFL is, and that would be Tom Brady. And that's not going to change no matter how many more Super Bowls Mr. Kermit the Frog, Patrick Mahomes wins. Tom Brady is going to be the best quarterback. That's always going to stay true. But anyway.
But they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down.
Oh.
Singletary.
Damn.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do theirs, they will just run.
Oh, come on. I hope they show a replay of that. Okay, at least they're going to show the replay of the play. Okay. I don't know why the video cut there. But at least they showed the replay of it. That was a nice defensive play there.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Allen.
All right, you better get rid of it. Oh, yeah, we stopped them from picking up the 1st down. That wasn't bad. Nice try, Buffalo, but
they do get 7 out of that, but not enough.
Not enough. Not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Okay, so Buffalo's going to have a chance to try to put the first points of the game on the board. Wow, Miami and Baltimore are still battling it out. It's up and it's good. Buffalo is in the lead, 3-0. Okay.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover on these last 2 drives.
To return, here's Agnew.
All right, we are back, and as you can see, New England is going to get the football back, trailing 3-0, only 3-0. Will that earlier missed field goal hurt them?
Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only
We're going to find out. We're going to find out if it has no effect or if it's going to be what affects them, what affects the outcome of this game.
They know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That's caught left side by the tight end.
I would have thrown it on the right side there, but
2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back.
oh, damn, you could have kept on going. You probably could have got a 1st down off that run.
It's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
All right, come on, let's pick it up, pick it up. Oh, yeah, past the 50. All right, there we go.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know.
What's the matter? Are you mad?
Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
Are you upset that Mac Jones made that play? All right, we are back at it. The Patriots are continuing to move down the field with a 3rd and 1. So they are at the 40-yard line past the 50. It looks like they might be going for a run formation, but it could be a pass. I mean, it could be, but it is a run. Okay, all right. There we go. Man, look at that beautiful run. Oh, 1,000 rushing yards. All right, congratulations, Donnie Walters. 1,000 rushing yards on your rookie season.
Would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Excellent. Okay, I mean, we're only down 3-0. I mean, we still got plenty of time.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Jones. And that'll be caught by the tight end Keene. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball. When
damn, Seattle is still 9-1. That's, well, they haven't had their bye week yet, so that's why they're ahead like they are as far as their win-loss record. Damn, Miami and Baltimore, woo, neck and neck, 21 apiece. Miami has had some confidence since they beat our asses last week. Oh, shit, Noah Gray's out. Oh, fuck. I guess we're going to take an injury timeout, maybe. We'll be back.
8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4.
All right, wow, look at that. Wow, Dallas is really putting a hurting on Chicago. But anyway, let's get back to focus on this game. New England's got a 3rd and 4 to think about. I don't know what Mac Jones, he's going to have to throw it away. Yeah. I don't know what he was looking at, but New England can tie it up right here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
All right, let's line it up. Can we tie it up? Can we tie it up? And so Buffalo doesn't have the lead. Come on, it's up and it's good. 3-3 apiece, baby. All right. Better than nothing. Oh, toe turf or tough turf toe. I don't know what the hell turf toe is. Got to be sports related.
Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3
yep,
now.
3-3 going into the 4th quarter, y'all.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
I mean, it is what it is. You don't see a game like this anymore where it's like really defensive.
And either side seemingly can make that big play.
All right, we are back in Buffalo. They got the ball back. And we're going to see if Buffalo can answer with a score of their own. Oh, look at Josh Allen. He's so fucking overrated. Trust me when I say this. If Buffalo, not Buffalo, but if Josh Allen decides to leave Buffalo, the Buffalo Bills are going to suck ass, because as much as I hate to admit it, the Buffalo, yes. Hell yeah, that's right, yeah. Oh man, as much as I hate to admit it, but Josh Allen is the Buffalo Bills' best player currently right now. Because without Josh Allen, who else is on Buffalo? I certainly can't think of anybody else. But the minute that Josh Allen leaves the Bills are going to suck. They are going to be bad. All right, we are back, and the New England Patriots have the football back in the fourth quarter, where the score is 3-3, 3-3 going into the fourth quarter. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, okay, I'm not sure why New England called a timeout, but anyway, like I was saying, if y'all don't think that Josh Allen won't leave the Buffalo Bills one day in his career, let me ask you this. How many of us thought Tom Brady was ever going to leave the Patriots? I don't think many of us thought Tom Brady was leaving New England ever, and he did. The same thing with Peyton Manning. Did we ever think Peyton Manning was going to leave the Indianapolis Colts? Well, he did. He went to Denver. Did we think Aaron Rodgers was going to leave the Green Bay Packers? Well, he did. He went to the New York Jets, and then he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I don't know. I guess Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing another season with Pittsburgh. I think so. I think Mike McCarthy is going to be the head coach for Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but the point is, Tom Brady left the Patriots, Peyton Manning left the Indianapolis Colts, and Aaron Rodgers left the Green Bay Packers. You don't think that can't happen to Josh Allen eventually, before he hangs it up? You're sadly mistaken, because it eventually can happen. Maybe not anytime soon, but I'm talking about later. Now, see, somebody like Patrick Mahomes, I don't think Patrick Mahomes will ever leave Kansas City because, well, you never know. That's what I'm saying. You never know about Patrick Mahomes either, but what they're trying to do with Kansas City is they're trying to make the Kansas City Chiefs the new New England Patriots, so to speak. Because no doubt they want Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs to eventually win more Super Bowls than any other team. I'm telling you, I'd be shocked if it doesn't happen.
Back to throw again. He finds his man complete.
But yeah, Josh Allen. Will Josh Allen win any Super Bowls at all in his career? It's possible. It's not going to happen with Buffalo. No. As long as he's with Buffalo, it's never going to happen. He's got to get away from Buffalo for that to even be a possibility. And we'll see if he can be this, Superman and all this shit like he is, or like he claims to be with Buffalo. Can he do it away from Buffalo? I'm going to say there's a chance, but the minute Buffalo loses Josh Allen, oh boy, Buffalo's going to be a bad team. Mark my words. And we got another injury timeout, so I guess we'll be back.
Closer on third down, a field goal from here. You're looking at
okay, so we got a 3rd down and 1 to work with. So should we run it? Maybe. No, we're gonna pass it. We're gonna pass it. There we go. Nice job.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave.
Yeah, I don't usually talk a lot of football on the channel, especially when football's not on, and I feel like this is a great time to just talk football. While I'm recording this for you guys, and while this is happening, I think, isn't the NFL schedule going to be coming out soon for the 2026 season? I think so. I wonder who Seattle is going to play on that upcoming opening game to start the season, since they got handed the Super Bowl, which should have been ours, but Rigabroni, NFL's fucking rigged up bullshit. And I know I sound like I'm joking when I say that, but I am dead serious. But NFL is so fake and rigoroni. It's faker than WWE and AEW combined. And the funny part is, some of you that are watching this now might watch WWE or AEW, and you've accepted that it's not, that it's scripted. Oh, damn. But anyway, some of y'all have accepted that wrestling is scripted and certain outcomes are supposed to happen. But how many of you still think football, the NFL, is still real? I don't buy it. Because there are certain plays, like, okay, let me just ask y'all this. In the Super Bowl, from what I watched, Super Bowl 60 between New England and Seattle, and I'm not just saying this because, oh, New England lost. I'm being serious when I ask this. To you guys, was it awfully suspicious that Drake May didn't have any time to make any throws? He was getting sacked left and right, hurried and pressured by Seattle. I have a theory. That's because that's the storyline that the NFL wanted to tell as to why New England, quote unquote, got dominated in the Super Bowl, even though it wasn't that much of a blowout, not compared to the Seattle and Denver Super Bowl all them years ago. But it was kind of hidden into that territory. But I think it was like toward the very end of the third quarter, I want to say. I think that's when Drake May threw an interception, and that's kind of when I clicked, only because I'm like, okay, they're just going to continue to go with this storyline that Drake May is horrible. He's playing horrible in the Super Bowl, and that's why New England ultimately lost, and that's what happened. So, I don't know, y'all can continue to think that football's legit, but oh, I bless y'all souls that think that. I don't know. But anyway, if you want to, if you want to still get enjoyment out of football, here's the thing. I get some enjoyment out of football knowing it's full of shit. It's so, I don't, it's weird. Y'all think that football is real, but accept that wrestling is scripted. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I think football is a whole lot more fucking faker than wrestling. But that's just my opinion on the whole thing. Anyway, let's continue.
And knocked it free.
I think Buffalo. Yeah, speaking of Buffalo, all right. That's a good play. I think this video game of NFL Madden is more realer than real life football. That says a lot about how fake and scripted real life football is. At least NFL and college. There's no way you can fake high school football. Ain't no fucking way. The rigoroni starts at the college level, and it only gets worse when you get to NFL. But damn, look at that score down there, 42-17. Okay, we got first and goal. Now, speaking of Buffalo, I thought I saw that week 2 on the first Thursday night game, when they release all of their Thursday night games starting from week 2 to whenever the last Thursday game is, that Buffalo and Detroit were going to be playing each other Thursday night on week 2 because Buffalo is moving into a new stadium for some reason. I don't know why they're spending all that money on a new stadium for Buffalo. They're not going to be winning shit. So, I'm not sure. And I think that's part of why that those two are going to play on that Thursday night. That way, Buffalo can have their first home game of the season on national TV, so to speak, in their new stadium. I think I saw a post of that on Facebook, I want to say, because I don't get on no Instagram. Well, I have an Instagram, I just don't get on it. I don't have TikTok or Twitter, none of that. I barely get on Facebook, but when I'm on it, I'll see I think I saw that today, I want to say, So it'll be interesting. It'll be kind of interesting when the whole schedule comes out. Touchdown, New England! New England breaks that tie, and they get the lead for the first time in this game. Oh, yeah.
Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game. And
yeah, maybe.
First touchdown, and it comes to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long. But now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
The call is to go for one and kick.
Well, we got more points this week than we did the last game against Miami, so that's progress. Oh, man. Man, you know what? I'm having a lot of fun talking to you guys about this football bullshit. I don't talk about it a whole lot on my channel, but when I do, I have a ball with it. 12-play drive. New England has the lead 10-3 in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are back at it near the end of the game. We're still in the fourth quarter where we have a score of 10-3. And we got a little over 3 minutes left to go. New England's got the ball. All they have to do is get a couple of first downs, and they can effectively end this game. But let's see. But I will say, by the way, I just want to make something clear. I know there might be somebody that says, well, if New England would have beaten Seattle in the Super Bowl, then you wouldn't be saying anything about it being rigged. No, that's where you're wrong. If New England would have been, if they would have been able to beat Seattle and won their 7th Super Bowl, I would still be saying, yeah, it's definitely totally rigged. My tune would not be changed about that whatsoever. It would be like, why they didn't do that is because the more people would say, like, yeah, maybe the NFL is rigged, and they don't want people thinking that. So that's why they went with Seattle. So they want people to think, yeah, the NFL's legit. Look, New England, they got their ass whooped in the Super Bowl. Yeah, sure, you can think that, NFL, all you want. You can try to trick people, and unfortunately, millions of people are still fooled. So I would say the NFL players are better actors than wrestlers, for sure, because they still have millions of people fooled. But anyway, let's continue this. But I do have fun shit-talking this football. I do.
And the goal? End the game with your quarterback.
I don't talk about it a whole lot, because if I did, I'd get really bored of it real quickly. And that's why I don't talk about it all that much, but when I do, I like to kind of really get into it. I have a little something for everybody on my channel, just about. Sure, my football stuff doesn't come as much on the channel anymore a month, but I have a lot I got on my plate at the moment, each and every month. So I get to the football stuff when I can. That's why I've only limited myself to two football games a month, because I can definitely handle that. There's no way I could do 4 football games in a month. There's no way. Not with what else I got juggling on my plate for the channel. Nah, I can definitely manage 2 at a time. And what is this already? Week 11? We got week 12 next week, or the next time I get to it. Okay, so Buffalo stops us on defense. Not bad. They maybe have a slight chance to maybe try to tie it up. We will find out, as we are going to punt it away. I'm assuming we're going to punt it away. Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute now. We're going to go for it. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Yeah, never mind. We're going to go for it. Oh, we got it, baby. Oh, we just dashed Buffalo's hope. We just dashed Buffalo's hopes and dreams as the 2-minute warning is upon us. Oh, excellent. All right, we are back beyond the 2-minute warning. So all we have to do is run that clock out, and end the game and get back to a winning streak. That's all we got to do. Oh, poor Buffalo. You know what? Nah, not poor Buffalo. They're always getting the shit end of the stick. Buffalo should be used to that by now. 4 Super Bowls in a row, Buffalo. Oh my God. And one of those Super Bowls that they lost to is to a team that has changed their name 2 different times. Think about that shit, Buffalo. And y'all think Josh Allen is going to be y'all's savior. Okay, sure thing, Buffalo. Oh my goodness. Theoretically, those 4 seasons where Buffalo made the Super Bowl 4 times in a row, those were the best Buffalo teams. And y'all think that a Josh Allen Buffalo team right now is better than those? Okay, sure thing. Sure thing. Buffalo is going to be bad. I mean, they are going to truly be bad when Josh Allen one day decides he wants to actually try to win a Super Bowl elsewhere. Buffalo is going to be, it's not going to be good. So Buffalo, poor babies, are y'all out of timeouts? Well, nice try, Buffalo. All we have to do is knee it a couple of times, and that should do it. That will do it. Okay, wow. That is crazy. Pittsburgh was leading 19-0, and Cleveland nearly came back on them. But, like always, we will look at the official final scores of all the games of Week 11. So we'll find out who's won and who's lost.
In the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Yep, we just got to knee it one more time. Who got a score? Oh, okay, the Jets. Okay, the Jets are going to, they got that one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
All right, this is it. There we go. Bam. New England is going to be 8-2 on the season.
The losing streak, always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right
Okay,
here,
Baltimore beats Miami 35-28. Damn. Okay.
Needed one desperately.
So we are going to get back to our winning ways. 8-2 on the season. That's still pretty good. Okay, Kansas City beats Indianapolis. What do they go to? 8-2, 8-3. We'll find out. We'll find out at the final when we go over the final scores.
Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for New England, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation.
All right. Well, I will be right back to talk about the final score, and then we're going to recap the rest of the scores and games for Week 11, and that will do it. So I will be right back. All right. We are back with the final score of this AFC East rivalry matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. The final score is 10-3 as the New England Patriots get back on a winning track, advancing to 8-2 on the season, while Buffalo drops to 4-6 on the season, as if they would have beaten the Patriots, they would have gotten to 500 for the first time this season. What can I say about this game that really hasn't been said? New England was in another fight, another defensive battle this week again, just like they were against the Miami Dolphins, but they were able to actually come out with the victory on this one. And man, that game, yeah, there wasn't really much to show. Not really a whole lot to show as far as footage. Most of the action happened in the third and fourth quarters. So yeah, New England is able to get back into that winning column, and the Patriots, they have the Houston Texans, I believe, coming up next week. And Buffalo, they have the New Orleans Saints coming up next week. So will Buffalo be able to try to get back to winning again? Or is this just the beginning of something more concerning for Buffalo? Well, good shit, New England. They proved that they had the slightly better defense versus Buffalo, and that final score proves it as the Patriots win it by 7, 10-3. And yeah, that was a good comeback for the Patriots to snap that 2-game losing streak. And I don't think I have much else to say. So let's go ahead and go recap all of the other games for Week 11, and then we will be done talking about Week 11. So I will be right back with that recap. All right, we are back to recap all of the games and scores for the NFL Week 11 2025. Let's start off with both the Philadelphia Eagles and Los Angeles Rams both have a bye week. Now, let's get to the Week 11 action. First, starting with Thursday Night Football between the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Giants, as the Atlanta Falcons get a win, beating the New York Giants by a score of 20-14. The New York Giants, they were doing pretty well there at the beginning, but they're starting to slip up. They're starting to slip up a little bit as the Atlanta Falcons go to 4-7 on the season, and the New York Giants drop to 6-5 on the season. Now, let's go to the Sunday action of Week 11, starting with the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins, in what was a shootout pretty much through all of it, as the Miami Dolphins could not keep up with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, as the Baltimore Ravens win this game by a score of 35-28, as the Baltimore Ravens reach 500 on the season at 5-5. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts, as the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Indianapolis Colts by a score of 24-10. Next up, we have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington Commanders, Redskins football team, whatever the hell you want to call them. They are still the same crappy organization. And in that game, the Washington Football Commanders Redskins team beats the Minnesota Vikings, advancing their win-loss record to 7-4. That's pretty impressive for the Redskins Commanders football team, whatever the hell you want to call them. Same team, 3 different names. It's utterly ridiculous. But Washington gets the win over the Minnesota Vikings. Next up, we have the Patriots beating the Buffalo Bills as they get back on to a winning track by a score of 10-3. So the Patriots go 8-2, while the Buffalo Bills drop a game back to 4-6 on the season. Next up, we have the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys, as the Dallas Cowboys get their first win on the season by absolutely dominating the Chicago Bears by a score of 49-24. Although Dallas is already eliminated from playoff contention, they still get their first win at home, as the Cowboys will be hosting the Philadelphia Eagles for Week 12 for that Thanksgiving game. Next up, we have the New York Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as the New York Jets beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a score of 23-13 to extend their winning streak to 8-2 on the season, neck and neck for that AFC East title between the Patriots and Jets, both sharing that 8-2 record. Next up, we have an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as the Pittsburgh Steelers narrowly defeat the Cleveland Browns by a score of 28-22 in overtime. Yeah, Pittsburgh, they were slipping there a little bit. I mean, they allowed Cleveland to get back into the game, and they almost allowed Cleveland to beat them, but they did not. Next up, we have an AFC South matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans, as the Houston Texans, they beat Aaron Rodgers and the Tennessee Titans in a blowout fashion by a score of 26-7. The Titans dropping their third loss not in a row, but their third loss on the season. Shocking to see that from this Pacific Tennessee Titans team. Next up, we have an AFC West matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams are still kind of neck and neck, and this game is going to kind of help have some separation between the two, as the Denver Broncos beat the Los Angeles Chargers by a score of 24-17. The Chargers, they dropped to 6-4 on the season, and the Broncos advanced to 7-4 on the season. That AFC West between the Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers are kind of pretty close, not far apart from one another. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, where the Las Vegas Raiders also got their first win on the season at home, beating the Jacksonville Jaguars by a score of 31-17. So both Dallas and Las Vegas, both the Raiders and Cowboys, were tired of not having a win on the season, and they both got their first win at home, respectively. Next up, we have an NFC West matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks in a upset spoiler-filled game. The Arizona Cardinals beat the Seattle Seahawks by a score of 38-27 to hand the Seattle Seahawks only their second loss on the season to drop them to 9-2. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San Francisco 49ers, where Joe Burrow and company beat the San Francisco 49ers by a score of 27-20 to keep up in the AFC North race. And the San Francisco 49ers, they drop a game and they drop to 500 on the season. Next up, on Sunday Night Football, an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers, as the Carolina Panthers beat the New Orleans Saints by a score of 35-21 to keep the lead in the as the Carolina Panthers keep up the lead in the NFC South by beating the New Orleans Saints by a score of 35-21, as the Panthers advanced to 8-2 and the Saints dropped to 7-4. And finally, to close out the Week 11 action, on Monday Night Football, we have an NFC North matchup between the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers, as the Detroit Lions beat the Green Bay Packers by a close score of 24-21. The Detroit Lions are advancing to 6-4, and the Green Bay Packers are dropping to 3-7. And that is going to do it for all of the recaps and scores of Week 11 of this 2025 NFL season. And be sure to join me for Week 12 of the 2025 season. So that is pretty much all I got for you guys for today. So I'm going to go edit all of this together and get it all ready. So I will catch you guys on the next one. I am Buck Beak, and I'm going to go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.